The Ottawa Senators are extremely pleased to select from the Boston U Terriers, Brady Tkachuk.
Derek Brassard drops, going in, scores! 2-on-1, goes around.
Welcome to SENS Talk. My name is Brandon and I'm your host. Before we get started, please follow us on Twitter at SENSTalk_ for live updates of the games and, of course, breaking news. Now, before we get today's video started, I want to give a quick shout out to our sponsor, SeatGeek. SeatGeek is a ticket app that takes the confusion out of buying tickets. They rate the tickets between a 0 to 10 score, with 0 being red and green being 10. And if you look at the app, firstly, you could take a look at, when you click on your ticket, you can take a look at where you're sitting in the arena, the view you have, as well, like I just said with the green and red. If it's a green dot, it means it's a really, really good deal, and you should take advantage of that. Taking advantage of that, continuing on with that, use the code SENSTALK on your first purchase, and you'll save $20. $20 off your first purchase at SeatGeek.com or on the App Store. So take advantage of this opportunity, help out me and the channel, and help out yourself saving $20. Now let's get to tonight's recap between the Ottawa Senators and the Boston Bruins. Before we get today's recap started, I want to give a quick update to remind you guys and girls that after every single Sens game, we tweet out a poll for you, the fans, to decide the Sens Talk Star of the Night. So we, of course, after this game, we did the same thing. So we announced at the end of every single video. So if you want to get involved, use go to our Twitter at SensTalk_, and we will tweet out the poll at the end of the game, and you get the vote. It's just a fun little thing that we've added on for this season. Now, a couple of lineup notes, a couple of Sens notes, and a lot to talk about in this game. So firstly, Ben Harpur is out for this game, sustained an injury in the last game, as well Cody Ceci is out for this game. Alex Romenton returns from his concussion, he's back in. As well, the Senators, a couple of days ago, had a practice. They invited the Capital City Condors to join them for practice at the Canadian Tire Centre, which is very nice. If you didn't know, the Capital City Condors are a special needs hockey team, and Mark Borowiecki and the rest of the Senators organization works closely with them. Kyle Turris, before he left, and still does work with them, so that was nice. As well, they were at the game today, probably courtesy of Borowiecki or the Senators organization, so that was nice to see. It was a nice moment to see. Now let's get to the goaltending matchup. So tonight it was Tuukka Rask for the Bruins, who hasn't been that good this season, but looking to rebound after a bad start. And Craig Anderson, who's looked pretty good so far to start the season for the Senators. We go to the first period now. Senators, 4 minutes in, Yaros trips a guy up, throws the puck away, keeps the puck out of the net. A great defensive play there by Christian Yaros, and keeps the game scoreless, but not for long. 9 minutes to go in the period. David Pastrnak on a nice pass from Danton Heinen, and he shoots it right past Anderson. He screened. It's 1-0 Bruins from Heinen and Krejci. No chance for Andy. He was a nice screen there from either the Senators defenseman or the Bruins guy. I don't remember specifically, but he was screened. It was a nice shot, and it's a 1-0 lead for the Bruins heading to the second period now. Lots of chances for the Senators. They just don't have the puck luck today, but finally a good bounce. 17:51 into the second period, Hodgson back to Thomas Chabot, fires and scores his third of the year on the power play from the point from Bobby Ryan, a nice pass, and Mark Stone. The Ottawa Senators are tied at 1 with the Boston Bruins. As well, as Senators are averaging 4 goals per game or more this season. That's second in the National Hockey League. But firstly, Formanton takes a stupid penalty. Then Mark Stone is charged for too many men on the ice. 5-on-3. 4 seconds into this 5-on-3 power play, Krejci scores. Anderson turning around, and he just completely tumbles over. We all know Anderson doesn't move laterally that well, and very evident there. 2-1 Bruins again. They retake the lead on a power play goal from Pastrnak and Bergeron. That top line of Pastrnak, Bergeron, and Marchand is deadly. And we'll get to that now. To the third period we go. 21 seconds in, a shot deflects off Bergeron and in from Pastrnak to Bergeron. 3-1 now on the power play from Pastrnak and Grzelcyk. But the highlight of the night for the Bruins, 5 minutes later, a beautiful goal. Brad Marchand absolutely dekes out Dylan DeMello. He's on his knees through his 5-hole, right to Pastrnak, who fires a one-timer past the sprawling Anderson, as the Boston Bruins take a 4-1 lead here from Marchand Bergeron, and that lead holds as the Senators get a couple of chances. Brandon Carlo from the Boston Bruins, their defenseman, saved 2 goals for the Bruins and kept 2 goals out of the net for the Senators, and This game, the Bruins win 4-1, but this game was one of those games where you just don't get the bounces, and they deserved a better fate because they played a really good game. They didn't get the bounces like I just said, but it was encouraging to see that the offensive side of things was up to par against one of the top teams in the league. Defensively, it was a little sloppy, but they can clean that up. But offensively, I was not disgruntled at all, even though the score would say otherwise. Shots on goal, evidently here, the Ottawa Senators played pretty well. 39-32 shots on goal. Team stats, Ottawa lost face-off battle 35-29. Power plays, Boston went 2 for 2. Those two penalties in the final couple minutes of the second period really killed the Senators in this game. They were starting to create momentum. Then Chabot scored the goal. Hudson Butcher scored the goal. And then momentum was killed after two stupid penalties. Ottawa's power play went 1 for 5. Hits were 26-23 Bruins. Speaking of hits, Borieski elbowed the rookie defenseman for the Bruins. He was knocked out with a concussion. He did not return in the game. And I would expect Borieski to face some type of punishment, maybe suspension a game or two, so we'll have to see on that. Now the 3 stars of the game. The third star from the Ottawa Senators, Thomas Chabot, Hudson Butcher with the lone goal for Ottawa. He played 25 minutes on the ice, and just the whole night he was creating so many chances, and he kind of has play like Erik Karlsson. He can rush up the puck without being touched, and he's really matured and developed into a top defenseman very fast, and hopefully he can keep it up. The second star from the Boston Bruins, Patrice Bergeron with a goal, 2 apples, a +1 rating, 19 minutes on the ice. And the first star, Tuukka Rask, had plenty of big saves from his own defensemen, plenty of lucky bounces, but he still stopped 38 of 39 for a .974 save percentage to improve on 3-2-0 on the season. The attendance for this game was 15,265, which is a decent crowd for a Tuesday night in suburb of Canada, so that's a decent crowd. As well, I did want to mention a couple of things here. Firstly, Christian Jaros. Before we get to the Sense Talk start of the night, Christian Jaros looked fantastic. Many big saves, not big saves, but big save in the first 4 minutes, keep the puck out, and plenty of defensive positioning. So that was Christian Jaros was very noticeable tonight in positive ways. Besides that, let's get to the Sense Talk star of the night. So here are the results voted by you, the fans, for the Sense Talk Star of the Night. So 4th place with 5% of the vote, Christian Jaros. I was surprised he's this low. I thought he had a really good game and deserved a better fate. But that's the way you guys voted. That's the way it goes. 3rd star, Bobby Ryan with 10% of the vote. He had an assist tonight, and he looked good on the power play, but he's a really slow skater and can't really shoot with all those hand injuries anymore. So not really a useful player anymore. He could put him on the power play, and maybe he can create a nice play, but it's too bad because you look at his highlights when he was with Anaheim in the early years with Ottawa. He's really fallen off a cliff, but hopefully he can regain form. I thought he had a decent game, though, for the most part. But this season, yeah, he's just not a fast skater, and that's the problem. The second star of the night, Mark Stone with 11% of the vote. And the first star, Thomas Hudson Butcher Chabot with 74% of the vote. He's the Sense Talk star of the night. I can't disagree. Just rushing up the ice plenty of times, creating chances, scoring the lone goal for Ottawa. He is the best defenseman on the team, and you guys and girls voted him in as the star of the night. So there are your results. Besides that, the next SENS game is Friday, which is in a few days. It's a weird schedule to start the last week and a half, as the SENS had a break, and then they had the Montreal game, and they have another, then they have this game, and then they have another 3-4 days. But they're going to Colorado. Matt Duchene's first game back in Colorado, so that'll be interesting and emotional, I assume, for Matt. That game goes on Friday at 9 p.m. Eastern Time, and we'll see you then. So the Senators fall to 4-3-1 to start the season. Pretty good results so far, though. Pretty encouraging results compared to what people thought we would be, and hopefully we can continue to play well against Colorado on Friday. So besides that, thank you for watching. Please follow us on Twitter at SenStalk_ for live updates of the games and, of course, breaking news. Please like us on Facebook at SenStalk. Add us to circles on Google Plus SenStalk. Click the big red button down there and subscribe to us. Like this video, share this video where we share cool stuff. Please check our website, SenStalkCentral.com. We update that every single day. Check out SeatGeek.com or use the app. And use our promo code SENSTALK to save $20 off your first purchase. Really helps us out and really helps you out, so it's a win-win for everybody. And besides that, by the time this video is ending, there's a button around here to subscribe to us, a button around here to click on our most recent upload, and another one for season playlist if you want to catch up on the SENS 2018-19 season. Besides that, the final score, Bruins 4, Senators 1. They followed 4-3-1 on the season. I'll see you next time when the Senators take on the Colorado Avalanche on Friday. I'll see you then. Go Sens, go.